Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back!
Oh my god.
Oh, great.
Yay.
Thank God we came back to this one.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Arc of Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Greg, and joining me today, we got a very great cast for you guys. We have Mike.
I hate you all so much.
We have Ryan. Jonesy.
You do?
Joker.
How's it going?
Wesley.
Hashtag Team A+, howdy everybody.
John.
Hashtag Team A+, howdy everyone.
God,
Kill yourself.
motherfuckers.
Hopefully.
Mark.
At WRENCIS on Twitter.
Ooh, drop the name.
Already with those plugs. And I think joining us for the first... Is it the first time or second time that you've joined us, Dave?
Oh, it's about 3 or 4.
Has it?
Everybody, come with the dog.
10 out of 10. Thank you for joining us, Dave. Summerslam just ended about 30 minutes ago, and we are going to be doing our review for you guys tonight.
Before we get started, who's
Who's down the
outside?
woods?
Somebody playing Slender Man right now.
Anyways.
But everyone, you're really quiet. You can hear him talking.
Sasquatch.
Anyways, guys, it's WWE SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the biggest show of the summer for WWE.
Okay, it's Mark.
Anyways, it's the biggest show of the summer. Pre-show kicks us off. We have
Biggest party of the summer. God, Greg.
What did I say?
Said biggest show of the summer.
Whatever.
Party.
Party of the
God.
summer. Jesus
Do you-
Christ.
Did it not feel like a party to you?
Dude, it felt like a great party. There was an angry drunk.
Felt like a party with a bunch of Germans.
That-
Alright? Alright? Alright.
No.
4 Germans
No.
ringside?
Joining us on the pre-show panel, we have Renee Young, Booker T, Alex Riley, and Ric Flair. Quick side note, Booker T... Woo! Booker T,
Whoa.
introduced a new gimmick to the pre-show called the Shucky Ducky Moment of the Night. Or
Can I just say something?
what?
Fucky the shucky ducky.
And going from the panel, we have our pre-show match, which was announced like a day or two before SummerSlam. Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro, a feud that I thought was over 2 months ago, and apparently they're gonna bring it back randomly.
Bringing it back.
But
Go
they
bring back all the hits.
They didn't disappoint, I would say. I felt Cesaro and RVD did put on a very good matchup for the pre-show and got the crowd ready for this pay-per-view. John, did you watch the pre-show?
I watched the pre-show. I know tweeted it, Greg. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And why are you talking like that?
Talking like what? He's British. He usually talks like that.
You know what I'm talking about.
He's a special person.
Yeah.
I had a special syndrome when I was a kid. It's called Britishitis.
Yeah.
It's
Or
incurable.
American. Jesus.
So John, tell us, how'd you like this pre-show opening match?
Pretty solid match. RVD always impresses me with how old he is, and yet how placeable he actually is. Like he did that standing Hurricane Runner, tippy top.
Tippy top. Mark, did you watch this?
Yep.
How'd you enjoy it?
Started slow, but they put on a pretty good match. I thought Cesaro tried to regain some of what he had lost in terms of momentum recently. But I just can't get really excited about RVD. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people are going to like it, and I thought it was okay, but not great.
Yeah, I mean, RVD was really hurt when it came to when he first came back. He lost a ton of matches. He was thrown into the feud with Jack Swagger and Cesaro, which really didn't help him at all. And it didn't
Still
really
don't understand why.
Yeah, and no one still understands why he was thrown in that feud in the first place. So that didn't really help him much. But he did get the win tonight, which was surprising. I was kind of hoping that Cesaro would get the win that he needed tonight, because he's kind of been on a losing streak. He hasn't really been winning any matches.
You think?
Yeah.
I
He
just remembered one thing about this match. I can't believe I forgot it.
What?
That fucking uppercut spot
Oh,
they did
yeah.
like 3 different times. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a little overkill.
Well,
Like-
I don't think Cesaro's been using his uppercuts as of lately.
No, that's why I said, yeah, he hasn't. I noticed it, and it's like,
now
that's why
my
on
phone
Twitch.
works.
Thank you.
Dude, we get to hear the saga of freaking Jonesy's phone tonight.
And like on Twitter, I was like, Uppercut King is back because he did 4 uppercuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that I don't get, and I watched the match too, and it was I liked the match, but just yesterday, Cesaro was on the 2K15 reveal on IGN, and they were, hyping him up. I mean, really hyping him up, and then he goes and loses to RVD. I don't understand the logic behind that, but
I would say more of the reason, I would understand more of the reason that why they were hyping him up on the IGN thing is because, I think WWE still sees him as a big star. I don't think that that they want to bury Cesaro like this. I would probably say the reason they wanted RVD to win is when you bring in someone like RVD, someone like Jericho, who's not going to be there all the time, you really want to give these guys a win. I think last time, the last time they brought back Jericho, didn't he lose all his matches?
yes.
So
Which argues against what you're saying right now. I was wondering where you were going with that.
Because you would think that at least having these guys come back, they should have a big win. They gave Jericho the big win at Battleground, which
He didn't want.
What?
Which he wanted to lose until Vince changed it.
Yeah.
And he should have.
Yeah, he should have. I'm still on that. Even if he was gonna win, he should have won not cleanly.
One piece
Yeah,
shenanigans.
I don't see.
It should have been at least a good match.
I see no reason to have RV. Now, it's not about winning and losing, but there's no reason that you can give me that RVD should have beaten Cesaro clean.
Yeah,
If you want him
RVD isn't going to drop any further.
The only reason why I see RVD was probably the good reason was, one, they didn't have any build up for this. They canceled this feud like 2 months ago. The only reason I see is just to get the crowd hyped for this coming, for the next match, for actually going into SummerSlam. Because that crowd, even from the sound of it, there were people there for Cesaro, but that crowd seemed pretty almost one-sided for RVD.
If you want to sell me, hey, RVD by countout, RVD by disqualification, I'm okay with that. I can buy that. Make it a good competitive match, and then Cesaro gets frustrated and blows up. That's fine. But no.
Yeah.
Cesaro should not be losing clean to a guy that's 10 years older than him. I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
Cesaro shouldn't have lost the swagger those 2 times.
I'll buy that too.
All right, moving into the actual pay-per-view.
Hold on.
Wait.
Time out. Did anybody else notice how RVD almost broke his ankle in this match?
No,
Yes.
what happened?
He went over the top rope, or he flipped down to chase after Cesaro, and boy, did he land on his foot weird. Like, it just,
I
like...
I actually have a gif of it.
Oh, do you? What is that on,
Yes.
John?
It's on www.wrestling-giffer.tumblr.com.
Oh, that's good to know, John.
Man, the plugs are up the butt tonight.
But yeah, I put the link into the chat.
I don't have anything to plug anymore, so
Did you just say butt plug?
Oh no, I mean, if we're plugging shit, Dave, how can we not plug... Oh wait, but...
I don't Nope, I don't plug that anymore.
You don't plug that anymore, but we still fucking do.
Yeah,
It's at Shudo.tv, the home of the Arc of Wrestling and also New Legacy, who we will be talking about a little bit later tonight.
And you can also subscribe to the WWE Network for only $9.99.
For
$9.99.
$9.99.
$9.99.
They need to hire Herman Cain to.
Oh my god.
Yes.
But yeah, the Cesaro, no, the
Cut his
Rob Van
mic.
Dam,
Cut his mic.
the Rob Van Dam landing awkwardly is in the Skype chat right now, so you can see what Wesley's on about.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, that kind of looks a little bad.
Dude, that hurts my ankle every time I see that.
Alright, moving into the pay-per-view. Well, actually, before the pay-per-view, they introduce Mama's Boy.
Oh god.
Before we move on, I wanted Alex Riley to punch him in the Adam's apple. Dead shot, right in the throat.
Oh,
Pass.
man. What a dorky dude this guy was. That's all I could say. I mean, it's more of an advertisement for Totino's, whatever they fucking sell. I don't know what the fucking sell. The pizza rolls, right? Yeah.
The guy made me look like a winner.
Have you guys seen the YouTube stuff? I only watched one episode, and it was when they were training him, and Bill DeMott was training him, and I kind of chuckled because Bill DeMott's one imitating motherfucker when it comes to like training people, and like I really wanted to see this guy like break down in tears because Bill DeMott was just being like a straight jackass to this guy. Because Bill DeMott's all about, tough love when it comes to training, and I just want to see this guy crack under the pressure.
I will say, like, one of the funniest things to me is that Booker T and Ric Flair did not want that guy to talk at all. They were interrupting them any chance they could.
Oh, that's
Dude,
great.
Flair was obviously perturbed just being out there with underlings like Hall of Famer Booker and Alex Riley. You know what I mean? He was like looking down his nose at them.
I don't know. He probably must have had a raging boner when Renee was kind of just almost sitting right across from him.
Hooray! Woo!
Woo!
Like, are you one of my kids?
That's
what I was getting ready to say. It's like I doubt it.
That's still one of my favorite segments is Ric Flair flirting with Renee Young in the middle in the middle of the ring. That still cracks me up. Okay, now we're actually going into the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and Hulk Hogan opens us up. He speaks from the stage, and he says that he couldn't think of a better way to kick off SummerSlam without the Hulkster. And Hogan talks about how a big night tonight, and he gets pops from wrestling Los Angeles. He says no matter where you are, you're paying $9.99 for the WWE Network.
Fuck off, Hulk Hogan, you fucking piece of shit. I think I've never been so angry at the fact they just ignored that the English people don't exist.
No. There's no reason for you to hold back. You should tell us exactly how you really feel about it.
Well, I can't.
Hogan, your sex tape did not give me a boner.
I'm trying to calm down on the racism there.
John's trying to hold it back. That's good, John. The lesson is going well then.
Especially considering there's no black people having a single match in this entire pay-per-view.
Oh.
That was something I noticed just midway during this call, and it's like, there was no black people having a match.
Oh,
That's
Mark,
strange.
remind me later to ask you about something after the pay-per-view. After we talk about the pay-per-view, no, because I'm very curious of what your take is on the situation.
Oh, no. Let's not bring this up now.
Oh,
How about we just wait?
I think I know what you're going to ask him. I don't think that's a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
On what?
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna ask you right now. What's your take? What's your
Oh my
take
God.
on WWE dropping Xavier
Oh.
Woods,
Oh, thank God.
Kofi Kingston, and Biggie Langston?
Oh, God.
Oh, thank God.
Before you go, I want to say you all need to stop being so paranoid.
As a faction?
As a faction.
Do you want my entertaining answer, or do you want my sort of social commentary answer?
I kind of want your social commentary answer.
I think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity if I'm being honest about it. It was a chance for WWE to show that they're at least as progressive as TNA, which currently has an actual black champion, which WWE has never done. And don't give me The Rock, who self-identifies as Samoan far more than being black.
What about John Cena, the blackest of men?
So long story short, it's a bit of a missed opportunity. It had an opportunity to take, characters and make them actual broad, real characters with a personality, and not just
actually add layers to their characters.
Yeah, not just have being black be your character.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Not being a bunch of monkeys in a suit.
No, it's not. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Now it has been in the past. But that's years ago. But but being black is a character right now, and that they had an opportunity to progress beyond that, and they squandered it.
I now feel awful because nobody really told me off of that. I'm really sorry.
Anyways, we are gonna move into.
John?
We're going to move into
Why, John, why?
the first match of the Summerslam pay-per-view, which is the WWE Intercontinental Championship match of Dolph Ziggler versus the champion, The Miz. Man, I'm going to start with Wesley on this one. Wesley?
I really like this match, even though I hate The Miz. He did not drag. He didn't make it drag for me, because usually when I watch his matches, like, I want this to be over. It's a lot like watching really bad art films. You're just like, you want to watch it all, but then you're like, I want this to be over.
What's a really bad art film for you?
Dude, I can't remember.
Fire.
I've probably tried to block it out of my mind.
Alright. There's a couple good spots. One of the earlier spots was Miz just tossing Ziggler into the turnbuckle, which just looked sick. Miz what was Miz wearing tonight? He had some weird.
I have no words for it.
It looked like a half coat with like a kind of like the coat continued on as like a
it's like
kind
a
of like
cover
a
thing.
Yeah, it's a weird covered coat.
Like it probably buttoned in the back or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Maurice dressed him that night.
I think that was his Star Trek coat.
Oh my god.
From the 23rd century.
Dude, just like Buck Rogers.
I you know what? I said Doctor Who, so I think we're just all saying sci-fi in general.
Yes.
X-Files.
It wasn't something anyone normal would wear.
Things.
Mike, what's your take on the Miz Ziggler match?
It was a solid match. They were. Ziggler was over as usual. The ending kind of threw me off because I'm surprised they did a title change that quickly for the Intercontinental title since Miz just won it last month.
He's already lost his superstar push.
Yeah. He's gonna go challenge Lesnar for the belt.
Oh god, I hope so. Just so Lesnar kills him.
Can I say that ending sequence was kind of weird?
That was weird.
I like the transition from the Famous to the skull crushing finale.
No, that was weird because Miz just note selted. Like, that's one of Ziggler's I almost got you moves, and Miz just sort of, oh, that was nice. And then skull crushing.
No. I think what happened is Miz pulled Ziggler's leg down so that Miz used his leg to block. So that whilst it hurt him, it didn't hurt him as much as taking the full Famouser, but it also hurt Ziggler.
Like, really badly.
Because Ziggler's leg had been worked over, hadn't it?
Yep.
And that shitty 4 thing that Miz does.
Four finger?
No, I can't call it by its full name because Miz does not do it properly.
Cold
It's just a 4.
Just a 4. There's no shape. There's no shape to it, John? No. What's that word called?
No.
No. I can't think about what it is.
No.
Is it finger? Is it finger 4? No, that's not right.
No, I think it might be. I think it might be when he fingered Stephanie McMahon's child.
What?
Fucking hell.
Okay. I had no idea what you said, but I don't think it was
I'm not repeating it, so don't worry about
I'm trying to think of reasons why the Miz lost the title so early.
Did you see people fingering a child?
Yes. Oh my
John, do you work for
God.
BBC or something? I heard that was going on over there.
Miz fingered Stephanie's child.
Whoa.
Why are we talking about
Oh.
fingering children?
What?
How about we don't?
How about we move on from this awkward...
And we
That lasted too long before that happened.
Anyways, the winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Dolph Ziggler. What a surprising finish to this opening match at SummerSlam. I am very happy that Ziggler was able to get the championship. I'm wondering, is this going to lead to Ziggler Barrett in some form? Because I don't know how many months Barrett has left on the sideline.
12.
no, he's going to fight
It'd be too
Lana.
soon. It'd be too soon now to even talk about it. But
Is it too soon? When did Barrett get injured?
A couple months ago.
like right before Swagger's feud with Rusev. So
Oh, because he had to vacate the title at was it Battleground or was it?
Battleground.
And they had
Battleground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
or-
Barrett could be out for a little bit. I don't see Ziggler feuding with Rusev because I would think that WWE would want to put the U.S. title on Rusev soon.
that makes more sense than I see.
Here's to me hoping that Rusev, squashes Sheamus in some sort of way. So, maybe they're gonna continue the Ziggler Miz feud. Who knows?
I hope not.
Well, they're gonna have to keep Miz somewhat in the picture.
No.
We get a
Miz needs a rematch.
yeah. He does need a rematch.
Taken out back and shot.
Yeah.
We get a backstage segment with Tom Phillips and Brie Bella. Just talking about what's happened at last week's Raw. I think it's a good time to talk about this. If you guys didn't know, because we didn't cover last week's Raw, because we were still on break, WWE did a very shitty angle when it came to the storyline between Stephanie and Brie.
Some
It was
say
terrible,
it might
Terry.
be- some
Before
might say-
you get into it, you know how you know it's bad? Daniel Bryan said it was stupid.
Yeah. Essentially what happened was, in a way to fill up time, I would say, they decided to go the... What's her name? I completely
Megan.
take her out of my memory. Not
Megan.
Not Megan. The TNA
No
storyline.
one would know her indie name anyways.
The TNA storyline.
Claire Lynch.
Claire Lynch. There we
Oh.
go.
Yeah,
They
that's
WWE went the Claire Lynch way of booking this angle and completely put themselves in a fucking corner when they decided to have Stephanie reveal that Daniel Bryan has been cheating on Brie with his physical therapist Megan. And Megan, who was just happened to be sitting at ringside during this Raw,
just happened to be.
confirms that she was cheating with Daniel Bryan, and not only does Brie sell the cheating angle, she pretty much sells that she knows Megan. It was such a crappy angle to the point where I had no idea how WWE was gonna get themselves out of this mess. Well, how did they get themselves out of the fucking mess? They have
completely.
Brie sidestep the entire angle. How? Because during this backstage segment, the only thing she fucking says about the angle is that Stephanie lied about their marriage. And nothing else was said.
She said,
Holy
she said-
shit.
She said Stephanie paid to train her off.
Did she say that? All I
Yeah.
heard...
I
Okay.
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention.
Everyone else.
All I heard was, they lied.
Can I just interject for a moment?
What?
What kind of sex position do you think Daniel Bryan does?
Probably
Cut his
downward
mic.
Please
dog.
no, please no, please no.
Cut his mic.
I mean...
Top.
I mean, if we want to go, a
Oh
rear...
god.
A rear chokehold.
Cattle mutilation.
Anyways, so there was that, and they also sidestepped the fact that they didn't. Did they even talk about how Brie got out of jail? Did they even say who? You know.
No, they just said she was in jail and she was like contemplating life or the fuck.
Man, like, and they're not even gonna go back to this because of what happened after the Brie match. Not even after, it was during the Brie and Stephanie match. But we'll get to that. WWE Divas.
Just because you get arrested and go downtown doesn't mean you stay there for the rest of your
Oh
life.
no, but they confirmed that Triple H was the one that got Stephanie out of jail. That, you know, they met the bond and everything, but they didn't say anything about Brie. I mean, you would probably guess that Bryan would have gotten her out, but it would have been nice if they mentioned Bryan, because obviously they've been keeping him out of this feud as much as possible. Except last week when they fucking threw him in there for a cheating angle.
And a really confusing plot twist.
Yeah.
And they kept him out of the WrestleMania recap.
Yeah, they've been, man, it's been not good for Daniel Bryan.
They have to play it safe because they don't know if Daniel Bryan's even going to be back.
Yeah, that was a worry.
We'll get to that a little bit later. WWE Divas title match: Paige versus AJ Lee.
Team Booty.
Okay. First off,
Booty.
you know what? I'm gonna rant a little bit after we talk about this match.
There we go.
Boy.
How did you guys?
You better watch out.
Let's talk about this match, though. I thought it was a really good match. I thought these girls did one hell of a job. They had some great spots. AJ hit a clothesline from the top of the turnbuckle to the outside on Paige.
Paige sexily crawled on top of AJ.
Paige slammed AJ, was holding her up and slammed her into the barricade.
Electric chair drop. By God.
They had a really creative finishing sequence.
Oh yeah, the reversal out of the Black Widow that turned into what was it?
Rampage.
The Black Widow that was a reversal to the Page turner that turned to a Black Widow that turned to the Rampage.
Which was a hanging DDT, right? Is that what you call it? Hanging?
It's the
Or no, not hanging, cradle DDT. That's right.
Cradle.
Yeah, they had a great match. Mike, you didn't say anything. You liked the match?
It was great. It was better than their Battleground match.
You think so?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything, so do some work now.
Who are you? You're fired.
Yeah, they did a great match.
Not getting paid.
The winner
That's the joke.
and surprisingly the new Divas champion, Paige. Now, on to my fucking rant.
Wait, Greg, before you run, Greg,
God.
before you
So
run,
are we at hot shotting now?
No.
Greg,
What?
before you run, Jim Ross, this is a warning. You're about to get shit on.
Hold on, real quick, Greg. Hold on, John. I have a question for you.
Go, Wesley.
What do you think AJ's gonna name the baby?
Probably name it Caitlyn, no matter what gender it is.
Wait.
Probably gonna be Caitlyn.
Wait.
Okay, let's just let Greg do this.
Who's naming what kid?
Shut up.
Just
So,
like-
before
Is AJ pregnant?
shut up. Before the pay-per-view started tonight, Jim Ross decided that he was going to give his predictions. Mr. fucking Smart Pants over here is gonna give his predictions on SummerSlam. And one of the predictions that got all the dirt sheets talking was that JR predicted that Paige was going to regain the Divas Championship because AJ is expected to distance herself from the WWE. Why would she distance herself from the WWE? Oh, well, apparently she wants to have a fucking family now.
He does the idiot voices. He's legitimately discussing one of the smartest people that's ever been a part of the company.
I fucking raged when Jim Ross came up with this fucking prediction because not only did all the fucking dirt sheets start talking about it, it was fucking true. Well, we don't know if her we don't technically know if AJ is going to be distancing herself from the company, but he was right that Paige was going to regain her championship here tonight at SummerSlam. AJ does have a rematch, and we could possibly expect that rematch on Raw tomorrow night, especially if AJ is looking to distance herself from the company. Why does this piss me off so much? Well, because one, JR is a jackass for even saying this, because now he has all the people talking. Wait, and two, fuck CM Punk, because I want to be
the other way around, isn't it?
I want to be happy for Punk because he wants to start a family life and everything. Fool, you're 37 years old. AJ is 27. No, Punk's not 37. Sorry, Punk, you're 35 years old. AJ is 27 years old. You could wait 3 years, and you're still not as old as my uncle when he had his first fucking kid.
Hey, Greg,
I
think someone's raging a little too hard
life
here.
doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Hey,
Most
Greg, you
people,
want to rant on Kevin
Here's the
Steen now?
thing.
Just hate everyone the internet likes.
most people plan their families in their mid-20s. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Greg's just salty.
I'm salty due to the fact
You're salty.
I'm salty due to the fact that AJ still has so much time in her career, and they just want to fucking end it. And I feel
taken, dude.
and I feel a lot of this has to
Dude,
do to
dude,
Punk being
dude,
done and him
dude.
wanting to continue on with his fucking goddamn life.
She's taken, man. She's taken.
I'm never gonna fucking see Becky
never
Lynch
gonna
and
have
AJ.
AJ.
I'm never
It's
gonna
over,
fucking
dude.
get Becky Lynch versus AJ.
In the bra and panties match.
It's over, dude. She's taken.
We're moving on.
I don't see AJ leaving. I don't see
So
AJ
is
leaving.
AJ.
She might take a hike.
And Beth Phoenix started a family at the prime of her
Did-
career.
Did you
No.
Did you just say
Because
Beth Phoenix?
Beth Phoenix had a very long career, and she had a very eventful career. I wouldn't
No,
say
she didn't.
AJ had a very eventful career.
Oh my god.
The thing is, she's trying to. If she wants to have a kid, it's not up to you to tell her that.
Yeah, Greg, it's her body. Don't put your balls on
Sorry.
it.
I'm so selfish that I want fucking AJ to make the Divas division good with all the rest of the good Divas who are supposed to be coming up.
Oh god.
She'll probably take a hiatus. Her usual.
If she's having a baby, she's not
hiatus
coming
will
back.
come back.
If she's having a baby, she's not coming back. I can tell you that.
Wait,
Usually
she's getting her second.
I'm glad you know all this stuff.
Yeah, I fucking know it.
Oh my god. So
You know, not
salty.
like somebody like Amazing Kong, had a baby and then is now wrestling again in Indy.
Well, she didn't
Well,
actually
things
have a
happen to
baby,
Kong.
sadly enough.
Yeah.
And she's not wrestling.
Actually, she is wrestling.
Yeah, she's wrestling, but she didn't have
Just
a baby.
not WWE.
She wrestles
She's
for
wrestling
Shimmer
with her
and Shine.
emotions.
That too.
Oh my god. Dude, that's the hashtag for this week. Greg's
She
so
wrote-
salty.
The baby's holding hands with Ultimate Warrior. Now let's move on. WWE decides to brand this current match as a flag match. I'd like to tell people right now that this was not a flag match.
Hey,
This
Greg, what is a flag match?
a flag match.
Just tell us.
A flag match in professional wrestling terms is almost kind of like a capture a flag match. Both the opponent's flags are raised on opposite sides of the ring, mainly on the turnbuckles, and the opponents have to grab each other opponent's flag and take it down, which causes the end of the match. That's what a flag match is. The definition.
I have a question. Could this be a flag match, and what you're saying be a capture the flag match?
No,
Ooh, CTS.
this was an anthem match. And
Yeah,
it's a regular match, and the winner of the match gets his fucking anthem played at the end of the match.
Can I
Did
just...
Rusev even bring the flag in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, at the end.
And
And at the beginning.
Now-
can I can I just interject for a minute here, Greg?
Yes.
So say you were the WWE writing stuff and you had just put yourself a flag match. Where could you possibly see old iterations of a flag match?
For $9.99?
On
Yes.
the WWE
Yes.
Network.
Yes.
For $9.99, you can be on
Drake.
the Ultra Wrestling Network.
Now,
We talked about it.
granted, this was probably just like a marketing decision. That flag match just sounds a lot better than an anthem
Yeah.
match. But if you're gonna book it like a flag match, why can't you just book it a flag match?
Or could be a capture the flag match that you're talking about.
No,
There's no
it's
such thing as a capture the
a
flag match.
flag match is legitimately when two flags are on the opposite side and the opponent has to grab the other opponent's flag down.
Ah, okay.
That is a flag match.
And there have been pay-per-views that do it.
Yeah.
So Greg is right on that. This was an anthem match.
It was a straight anthem match because, surprise, surprise, Rusev won the match. If you want to talk about the match a little bit, John.
Pretty good match. Actually, that was a lot better match than I was expecting. Russo,
Russo, he's later on in
Get
the
to
show.
him later.
Yeah.
Man, that's smart.
Vince Rusev.
Oh my
Rusev
God.
should just be made to sell. Just make him sell everything. He was the king of selling a fucking leg for an entirety of a fucking match.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody sell an ankle lock as well as Rusev.
He sold it like Swagger tore it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, he wrestles without shoes,
Yeah,
so he has to make it look
a lot
that
worse.
much more painful.
Yeah.
But who actually thought Swagger had a chance?
I wanted
If it
him
was
to.
a flag match, I thought he would have won.
You know
But
what?
it wasn't.
There was a small chance. There was a small little bit of me that probably thought that Swagger was gonna win, and that's when they brought. Was it the
color guard?
the color guard out, and I'm like, oh, wow, they're really making Swagger look like a legitimate that he could possibly beat Rusev.
They made
tonight.
him look more of a main eventer than he ever did when he had the heavyweight title.
Now the ending of the match, I really liked the ending of this match. I didn't like how they executed it because I think it went too quickly for people to care. Rusev applied the accolade onto Swagger, and rather than Swagger tapping out, he passed out. But
So if I put any of a number of half decent good wrestlers with Zeb and made Jack Swagger disappear tomorrow, do you think there's any chance that this feud would be any different at all? Because I don't.
wait, what?
Easily, because no one has been like
It's not about
the
Swagger.
typical American
No.
for his whole career like Swagger has.
Nobody cares about Swagger, dude.
No.
He's been getting cheered. We're not getting into this. Nobody cares because people are behind him.
No.
Nobody
I don't.
cares.
I don't think.
You could put anybody with Swagger. It doesn't
said
have
the
to be an
same thing
American. It doesn't have to be an American
Oh
gimmick
my
because
God.
because Cesaro wasn't over
Big
until he
E
got
just
with
did this.
when he,
And
but he didn't
and
get
no one
over.
cared
It
about
didn't
Big E.
work. That's what I'm
Exactly,
saying. It didn't work.
Swagger did, and Swagger worked.
It's
You
it's not
said-
about
hold on,
Swagger.
hold
It's
on,
all
hold
about
on.
Zeb. They put a guy who's not even American with Zeb, who was not over. He got over with the exact same chant. If Cesaro was here and Swagger was out in La La Land without Zeb Coulter, he'd be the same Jack Swagger that he's been in his entire career, and Cesaro would be flying high like this.
I'm just gonna
It's
say,
all about Zeb.
I'm just gonna say you're in no position to say who's over because you said Ziggler wasn't over and he's
No,
mad
I did
over.
not. You
He did.
clearly
Moving
don't
on.
listen
Moving on,
to
Greg.
anything I say. You are deaf. You don't listen to anything. Maybe
know
you
what?
should get some
So
Q-tips
basically,
and
how you
clear
doing?
out
You
your
know what?
ears.
All right, all right.
USA.
We'll get
Oh,
some.
God, Jimmy's in here.
We'll get some.
Someone has clear hearing issues. I never said Ziggler wasn't over. Not once ever have I ever said that ever.
Get some-
guys,
We're gonna get some order back in the call. Dave, what's your opinion?
I have to agree. Zeb is what's making this feud, and Zeb is what's pushed Jack up. And Jack is doing better in his styling and wrestling too. I think it's feeding him to get back to where he used to be. But let's be honest, the feud is Zeb, and Zeb is what's making this feud. He's right. Mark's right. If you put another wrestler in there, it would end up very similar in how it's working. The thing is, though, there's a little extra though because of the fact that Swagger's always been either the jingoistic American or at least the All-American. He's always had that gimmick, and it is helping somewhat. But I think Zeb is the key and to this entire thing. I mean,
The cosmic key?
The mic work and all of that is just pushing this to a new level, and he could do it with anybody, is what Mark's saying, and I think he's right.
Yeah, I definitely think that, we've said it in the past before, that Swagger's just kind of one of those guys that needs a manager. He doesn't have the charisma to carry himself on the mic. You know, that the best example is that when he was World Heavyweight Champion and they decided to do the suit gimmick with him, you know, something that Jericho really made popular during that time. And it didn't work. He didn't get over at all. He wasn't even over as a heel to an extent. And the Zeb was a big factor in him getting over. Now, the crowd has chanted Swagger at times during face-offs with Rusev, but 90%, almost 95% of the chants are for USA, and that's just for the gimmick in general, rather than for Swagger himself.
We the people.
Moving on.
Wait. Can I get my impression since I was there?
Yeah, Jimmy.
One thing was I'm going to say is the crowd was over as fuck during the match. The whole match they were on fire pretty much.
Alright.
And then basically after the match was over, I'm not sure if you guys heard it, if there was a commercial or what, the crowd was basically flipping their shit out when fucking that Russian guy won. I forgot his fucking name.
That Russian guy.
His name is Finch.
I'm just saying, they were flipping their shit. Like, people were really mad as fuck, especially when they started raising the flag. I'm not sure if you guys are actually able to hear that.
We didn't hear it. When it comes to the audio, WWE's terrible at capturing the fans' reactions.
John, flipping their shit, bro. You have no idea.
John, you said his name wrong. It's Andy Kaufman.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Moving on!
Don't stop it, Mark. No, don't encourage it.
Yes.
Lumberjack match. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. In what
You mean Lumber Awesome match?
Shout out wasn't saying enough for 10 out of 10 Lumberjack.
In a Lumberjack match, a lot of people were very disappointed when they announced this as a Lumberjack match. I don't think a lot of people expected much out of this match, because really, when was the last time we've had... No, when was the last time a Lumberjack match was a good match? A lot of people would have rather have seen Dean in a street fight, or a cage match, or...
It was mainly that there were way better alternatives.
Yeah, there were way better alternatives that people would have much rather enjoyed. This is when they announced the match. After the match, I think people have completely changed their opinions about what to expect about this match, because holy shit, I haven't seen so many spots called in a Lumberjack match in my life, because this was by far probably the best match of the night.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
I will say this was a mixture of the worst lumberjacking and the best lumberjacking.
Yeah. the Lumberjacks, when it comes to how much they had control over the match, they didn't really keep Rollins and Ambrose in the ring, because
they did such a poor job. They went up to the rafters.
Yeah, they Rollins and Ambrose really disregarded the fact that it was a Lumberjack match, and like at points I thought it was just like a street fight with the roster just trying to stop these two.
with both Dallas just saying, "Stop, guys, please."
If by rafters you mean the second level, then yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Can I
Let's
just
talk
say one
about...
thing about the Lumberjacks in this match.
Yeah.
There was a point where they all came in to brawl. The thing that I loved, it's a very small touch, the last two Lumberjacks in the ring was the Carver and Eric Rowan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's like a sort of, well, these guys are badasses, they cleared everyone else out and now they're going to kill Dean.
Well, okay,
I think they were just upset that they didn't find a way to get such a good tag team onto the pay-per-view.
Well, there's three things that I noticed in the match that I saw, and they were all near the end. The fact Kane came out to yell at the Lumberjacks, "What the hell are they doing up in the stands? Get up there and get them!" I think that was cool. The fact that when Kane did, Rollins was trying to sneak to the back and get out of there, and he gets stopped by the Usos and Stardust. That was interesting that they were the ones that stopped him and finally got him back into the ring. And then the fact that when Kane backstabbed Ambrose, therefore starting Ambrose versus Kane, by the way, which is I think what's going to be the next.
Kane did what?
Kane punched Dean.
Kane attacked Ambrose.
Yeah, that's not going to be cute.
And I know, but then it was Goldust of all people. Goldust is the one that gets into Kane's face. I thought that was interesting that he was the one that actually jumped in there to get into his face.
Well, Kane must have the most powerful index finger in the history of all index fingers because he looked like he almost knocked Goldust out with that one index finger.
Well, Kane it has been said to be like one of the strongest people in the locker room. And also, fun fact, I think Goldust and Kane were travel partners for a very long time.
Yes, they are. They're really good buddies.
Goldust said that
wow.
Kane's the only guy he wants to travel with, period.
Yeah. So that's a nice little touch, I would say. Man, there's so much to talk about in this match.
How about the silliest spot of the night by far is when Seth was stopped by Usos and the Rhodes brothers and other guys jumped in to carry him back to the ring, and then Dean jumps on all of them.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you think was gonna happen?
There was that nice suplex from Ambrose to Rollins to the outside.
Good call.
Which Seth sold like a motherfucker. Like he landed it and then his head just bounced off of the announce table.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what else?
How about that tease how about that powerbomb tease that Seth was going to kill Dean off the second?
Oh man, that would have been sick if there was like a couple tables down there.
Or it would have killed Dean, but I think they chose the right one.
Yeah, they were able to get a couple of the Lumberjacks up there before that spot happened. But man, this had to be one of the most unique Lumberjack matches I've ever seen.
This was easily the most shit that happened in a Lumberjack match ever.
Oh yeah. One last piece that I remember is Sin Cara getting killed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember him going up to meet fucking Seth Rollins in the Seth
And
Rollins
Seth was like, what are you doing? Get away.
Get away.
Go away.
Filthy Mexican peasant.
At the end of...
John, we're trying to start on a new foot here.
At the
Jimmy leaves.
At the end of the match, Ambrose sends Rowan and Harper to the outside. He turns around and gets knocked in the face with Rollins' Money in the Bank briefcase, and gets the win on Ambrose.
Which starts the thing everyone's been hoping for. The feud turns into about the briefcase.
I hope so. Because I've said before that I don't think Rollins is going to be the one to cash in the briefcase. It's just...
It got obvious when Cole clearly tried to soundbite how important that briefcase was to Rollins at that moment.
Yeah.
As long as Brock Lesnar has a belt, that briefcase doesn't make any difference at all.
It means nothing right now.
Yeah.
Well, we should have saved that for later, but whatever.
That's why I kind of think that the briefcase may be passed around a bit.
Like Stephanie.
Like,
Rollins is going to cash in when Reigns wins the belt.
No, I don't think Rollins is gonna be the one to cash it in. I just don't see him running out there with the briefcase and doing it. I could see Ambrose like stealing the briefcase as an angle for a while, and Rollins getting it back somehow, and maybe passing it on to Reigns at some point. But I just don't see Ambrose. I don't see Rollins being the one to cash it in. It's just, I've said it ever since he won it. And
they just did that with what's his name? You're welcome, Sandow. They just did that with the
he cashed it.
absconding with the briefcase.
Yeah,
Thing.
see, that's why I don't think they'll do it this time. I think if Rollins, I honestly think Rollins will try to cash it in against Reigns when Reigns finally's got that belt on, and then Ambrose.
Well, you only get the contract for a year, so.
Right. No.
Yeah, but
he has a limited timetable and a very crappy situation. But
I don't think Roman's gonna have it that soon.
But it'll be. I mean, he can still cash it in after Mania.
Yeah.
What?
You know, it's all the way up to the next Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and that's next year.
I think Brock would quit before he'd job for Roman Reigns.
Okay, we will get to that a little bit later. We will get to that a little bit later.
Can I just say something relevant to the Seth in a year thing?
Yeah.
What if Brock holds the titles right to the until the time when Seth's briefcase expires, yet Seth continues to dodge getting clocked by him? You can imagine him approaching Seth a few nights prior. Oh, looks like you're just running out of time, boy.
Oh my god.
Wow, John, never again.
Alright, Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. We have the rematch from their Battleground match, and man, I was not excited going into this match until the entrance started. I felt once the entrance started, and I saw Bray Wyatt in the Butcher's apron, and Chris Jericho had the countdown going. He had kind of the old entrance going on. I got a little bit hyped, but.
And then the match happened.
And it wasn't that special. I'll say one thing: it was better than their Battleground match, but it was still an uneventful match. I think Wyatt and Jericho just don't have the chemistry.
It was a Raw match. You can say it. It was a Raw match.
Yeah,
that's what I've been saying the whole time.
I think what also is hurting that match in particular, I'm not going to say what Doug told me out on, was the fact that every time they turned up the intensity, they immediately brought it back down.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree with that.
It was they wanted to use especially Wyatt, and Cole kept on selling it like, you know, this is the pace Wyatt loves in a match, but
he doesn't. He likes it fast.
Why don't you save us, Chris?
He likes it when he's destroying Jericho, not when he's in a rest hold. You know, like, I've seen Wyatt and what he can do, and he could do a lot. Yeah, I want to know why he can't do a lot with Jericho.
Because I don't think, like, the way when Wyatt goes fast, he goes balls out, like in that match with Bryan, and I don't know if Jericho can keep up that pace.
But he can.
I'm glad you said it. I was gonna say the same thing.
I think Jericho can keep up that pace. It's not like Wyatt's that quick of a person.
He can keep up a fast pace, but he can't keep up the balls at pace Wyatt can do.
And especially working with a guy that's so much bigger, you know, it doesn't seem like that should matter. But when you're getting up there like Jericho, it's tough going full out with a guy that's that much bigger than you.
I'll say one thing: the crowd was eating this match up.
They were?
Yeah, I would. There was a lot of mixed reactions for this match, and the crowd seemed to be loving this match. You know, sadly Jimmy got out because I wanted to ask him.
They were chanting, "Let's go Wyatt Y2J" entire match.
Yeah.
Yeah. They simply brought themselves out with that huge.
Oh, so you were listening to something, so that's good.
Oh Lord!
I can hear. I just don't have selective hearing.
Oh, that was like got him.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Anyways,
we need to clear this up so it's out there said it's done. We need to clear this up.
Can we do this after the call,
Okay.
please?
But it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long.
We're doing it after the show.
I'm gonna
Order,
say,
order,
I'm
order.
gonna say
Guys,
the exact same
guys,
thing
Tottenham Hotspur won
that I
over the
have
weekend.
already said.
Elder
He is
in just 2
over as a
minutes.
mid-card babyface.
Absolutely score that goal.
What are you
what?
talking about, man?
It's really quite simple. He's over as a mid-card babyface.
And
why are you
does,
talking
And that's
about
exactly what I've
soccer?
always said.
Why are you
and
talking about soccer during a wrestling show?
Because everyone started talking at once, and I felt a bit left out.
anyways,
Is there a
Wyatt,
reason he's still on the call? Is there a reason?
John,
What?
it helps get the British people to listen to our podcast.
I got tons of British people following me. I'm not British.
I hope you're not British.
That'd be really awkward if you were.
I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
Bray Wyatt wins this match. He throws Jericho. He did a Sister Abigail into the barrier, and he hit another Sister Abigail in the ring for the win.
They're going to sell that Jericho is injured and can't wrestle, and that way he get, since this was the last pay-per-view that he was
Wrong.
Actually, he's supposed to be booked to Night of Champions.
Yeah, he actually has one more match booked for Night of
Okay.
Champions.
Okay, well, I thought he said that he was done this month, so I'm wrong.
There's got to be a rubber match, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately.
They're probably gonna add. They're probably gonna add a gimmick. It's probably gonna be like in a cage match or something.
Or a cage match.
Next match, Brie Bella, Stephanie McMahon. We're about to hit the hour mark in about 4 minutes. Brie Bella, Stephanie McMahon.
Thanks for the update.
They've been hyping this match up like crazy. I would say they've hyped this match more than the fucking main event. It got 2 main event segments on Raw. It was the first Divas segment to ever main event in Raw in a near decade. Man, guys, what's to say about this match? Who wants to start us off?
Stephanie's outfit.
Oh yeah,
Stephanie. Oh
Not
man,
Vince's outfit.
Stephanie was looking tight tonight.
Wow, can you say that any more like a 70-year-old man?
Tight tonight. Is that better?
I love Tyler. It was awesome. It was hot.
Yeah, it was hot, definitely.
I was masturbating furiously for the first 2 minutes.
And then Brie came out.
Oh yeah, and then Brie.
Hence 2 minutes.
This is why they should never do heel versus heel situations. And yeah, please don't try to sell me that Brie Bella can be a babyface. Does anybody like Brie Bella? Anybody?
Apparently lots of people on my Tumblr do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
I mean, other than 12-year-old girls.
I don't want to be within your front.
I like her vagina tattoo that she has going on.
Yeah.
Is that just me? Anyways,
that was the first silence I've ever heard.
Wow, Greg. Good one. You killed the podcast. Congratulations.
Anyways,
Went from salty to killing the podcast.
Yeah. You're just extra
I'm interested.
And between both diva matches too.
Yeah.
Don't get near any slugs, Greg, because you'll kill all of them.
Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Mike on this match because I'm very interested to hear his rundown on the wrestling of this match. Mike, how well did Stephanie do with her first match in almost a decade?
She looked a lot better than Brie Bella.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you take a non-wrestler who hasn't wrestled in 10 years, or, 11 years. I can't remember when her last match was.
I will check for you.
And you take somebody who's actually a wrestler, and the wrestler gets out-wrestled. by
Not
a
even-
non-wrestler.
And it wasn't close, dude. I used the C word.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Stephanie
Wasn't.
carried
Oh,
Brie Bella.
I thought you meant.
Call him a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to not say C word.
Guys,
You might jump in.
No, but I agree with Mark there. I think definitely Stephanie carried that match. The one move that like really stands out from Brie was her Brie-mo dropkick that looked terrible from the top rope.
That was so bad.
The one thing I hated about this match though was the ending.
Well,
Okay.
before we get into that, I actually have to you when Stephanie's last match before this was.
What?
It was WWE No Mercy 2003, and Vince beat her up in an I Quit match.
That's right. Holy crap. Over
Alright,
a
so-
decade since her last match.
11 years ago.
And then the match
Less.
before that, Stephanie drew with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting creepy now.
Oh,
What
man.
could
Those
she
are
draw?
good times.
Penis pictures?
No context apparently.
So, you know, a couple of the first couple minutes, I mean, not minutes, the first couple, like, minute or two of the match was just a couple lockups. It was like 3 lockups and 3 arm drags.
Still, that's from Randy Orton.
It tried telling the story that Steph was stronger, but Brie knows wrestling.
Oh,
Kinda.
here's a note.
Except that she didn't.
Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck,
That's the story.
fuck commentary, because they called this match more than any other of the matches that they fucking called on this fucking card.
It's
They
probably
really
Triple H.
did,
Because-
though, dude. They
That was
really
probably
did.
Because they
Probably Triple
They
H's fault.
they
Vince in there 8 years saying, "You better talk about this fucking match."
because they wanted to make this match seem like really good. So they called every single
Dude,
move that Stephanie
exactly.
and Brie did. It was unbelievable. I couldn't fucking comprehend what was happening.
That really pissed me off too, because it's like, this is proof that they can do it. They can call holds and throws. They know what's going on in the ring, and they could pay attention to it. But oh no, we don't want to do it for the regular product. It pissed me off.
It pissed me off. It was I couldn't stand it. Every time they talked, I was like, why couldn't you do this during the fucking Ambrose match? Why'd you have to chuckle every 5 goddamn seconds, JBL? It doesn't make
still- I
sense.
love it,
Miles.
Okay, it's time for me to get salty. I want JBL off that goddamn content.
Thank you, David. Thank
Yep.
you.
Where do I sign the petition?
Ugh.
Now,
Where do I sign?
I will say, like, Call of the Night was like not even the first match of the night. It was in the pre-show, and Cole was already tired of Lawler's shit.
Yeah, because they laughed. Literally, they started making jokes the first opening 30 seconds of the show. And I already knew, like, this was going to be a terrible commentary night.
JBL, go back
Cole
to
even
Fox
called it. It's
Business.
gonna be.
Go, Dave.
JBL, go back to Fox Business. Go back talking about your investments and what you do there. You actually do a fairly decent job with that. Quite frankly, I'm tired of your commentary. You're ruining the team. Even Lawler, with his goofiness and his screwing things up and everything else, is still far superior to this. Tell you what, WWE, the man doesn't want to wrestle. Why don't you get Punk back on that team, because he did a 100% better job.
Roddy Piper is killing this podcast right now. Give that guy a gold star, man.
Can I rant about the ending?
Yes, Mike.
Yes, please.
But no. First, let me go over what happened, and then you can rant. So, at the end of the Stephanie and Brie match, what happened was...
Rocket Raccoon paid.
what happened
I
was...
am Groot.
Brie takes control... Brie takes control of the match, and Triple H runs out, followed by Nikki Bella. While Stephanie is gonna go for... Stephanie goes for a pedigree, but Brie turns it into the yes lock. Triple H yanks the referee out of the ring by his leg, and Brie, was it like a drop kick?
Yes.
Baseball slide.
Whatever it was. Kicks Triple H to the floor,
Whatever it was.
and chants and does the yes chant. Nikki goes from the other side with Stephanie trying to crawl out, blocks Stephanie from leaving.
Ooh.
which leads to Nikki and Bree standing on both sides of Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie stands up. Nikki pushes Stephanie away and elbows Bree straight in the fucking face.
Oh God.
Which leads to Stephanie pretty much hitting the pedigree for the win.
Thanks
And,
for letting me go over the ending so I could rant about it, Greg.
and Mike, now you can rant about it.
You ruined it for me.
Mike,
Oh,
go.
right.
That was gonna be a rant.
Yeah, what's
you
your
said you were
rant?
gonna rant. You said you weren't gonna tell us the ending.
I was gonna rant about it as I was doing it.
Well, then
Alright,
you can
so
now.
this-
Okay, how about you fucking rant about it?
The Salt Man strikes again.
Why did they have Nikki Bella come out down after Triple H? What was she gonna do? Kick him in the nuts?
Yes.
And stop him from pulling the ref
Well,
out?
apparently Triple H just sells everything nowadays.
Well, I was waiting for that to happen. The heel turn. Why? Well, all of a sudden Nikki Bella doesn't like her sister.
We called it. I mean,
That's what they've been building up for like the past month.
no, they weren't really building it
They
up.
weren't building up to that at
It was
all.
silently.
Yeah,
built.
they were. It was even on the dirt sheets that it was gonna happen. Everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah, the dirt sheets really called it before they
sheets.
they hinted at. I don't even remember them hinting at it.
But they didn't.
Yeah, because JBL was like, "Oh, it's all Bree's fault."
And that's like Steph's whole thing while she was torturing Nikki. Oh, if only Bree didn't.
It's all Bree's fault, Michael.
I want to know.
Here's my point on this real quick. You just did this with Naomi and Cameron.
Yeah, he did.
Why
And what
are
happened
you
to them?
doing it again in here? What the hell is going on here? Why did you do this with this team and your other team, the only other team that you got at the moment? You just did it to them.
That
Which,
guy's
of course,
awesome.
we didn't have. I'm sorry. It's where is the internal logic here? And I can't see it. I'm sorry.
There's none.
You know what the
And while
funny
we're-
thing? You
and
know
while
what
we're
the
at
funny
it-
thing is? Go ahead,
my God.
Jonesy.
And while we're at it, what the hell happened to Naomi and Cameron?
That's my point.
They're
Cameron
not doing a
Pizza.
damn
Just
thing.
said that.
No. Cameron Pizza on a pre-show, and then that's the end of it.
Yep.
Nothing. Literally, that was it.
What's the
Yeah.
last thing that they've done together?
They maybe had a tag match on Raw the night after, then nothing. No mention that Cameron hasn't been on television. Where's Naomi? Nothing. Now, what's this going to? Nikki Bella meeting
Don't
her
worry,
sister
we're
at Night of
gonna
Champions?
we're gonna see a lot of them when Total Divas comes
I don't care
around the
about
corner.
Total Divas.
So we have the heel turn that we've been expecting. The Authority celebrates. Stephanie gets the win. Big whoop-de-doo. Brian's buried. He either got cheated on or they bought him out. Who gives a fuck? Going on to the next match, we are.
Apparently, Megan does.
Where are you going, like Greg?
What, John?
What does John Cena think about Nikki?
Do not give a shit.
They
Randy
don't-
Orton.
They don't
Randy
recognize Cena and Nikki on WWE television.
Randy Orton
They don't. I
versus.
thought they did.
Not on Raw and
No.
SmackDown.
They do on Total
They
Divas.
recognize
They don't
Bree
do
and
it on Raw
Bryan,
and
that's it.
SmackDown.
They don't
Yeah.
do it on the live shows.
Yeah, it's different with Bree and Bryan. Anyways, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. We really got to keep on moving. Man, I'm gonna start with Ryan on this match.
It was your typical
Wow.
Randy Orton match to start with. Just really slow. He was making sure Roman didn't get the crowd hyped because that is what heels are supposed to do. You're not supposed to let the crowd get hyped, but you're not supposed to kill them also. Roman needs a hot crowd. His whole thing revolves around energy, moving fast from place to place. Like he did that in the Kane match where he was allowed to move at a faster pace, but it's Orton was leading the match, so that didn't happen until like the last 5 or 6 minutes when everything just started happening quick and sudden. RKOs, the power slam, that was a blink and you miss it, and the DDT's like, you can't do that a whole match. I know both of them can. They're both athletic freaks. I know that's what Roman needs to do. It's like, why can't you just do that all match?
Yeah.
Roman can't do it.
He can't. If you have someone who lead him like Kane, a Kane who can have the crowd stay hyped, not move at like a freakish pace, but a fast enough pace so like the crowd is always into it. He can do that easily. That's what he's going to be.
Yeah, but they can't. No. Roman does not suck. Roman is very, very good. He's very, very entertaining. But he only has about. he only has about 4 or 5 minutes worth of stuff.
More like
And-
four or five moves.
Yeah,
When Roman Reigns talks, he puts an entire crowd to sleep.
he really does. That's true. But I'm talking about in ring
I
as
feel
a
like I'm
performer.
adding to the.
He's a very
death
as long
force.
as long as he doesn't have to go too long. Roman is great. In that match that you're talking about with Kane, that was a pretty short match. But if you're doing a 15-minute match, I mean, Orton absolutely carried him, and he had to. I don't think Roman is savvy enough to deal with that long of a match yet.
He's not, but you shouldn't do 3 headlocks in a row on him.
Here's
headlock,
true. Very true.
Here's my thing, and it's gonna connect to it's gonna connect to a small little point I'm gonna make after the Cena and Lesnar match. Reigns is still too green, and I don't think the company knows it.
They do know it though.
No, I mean, they probably see him like he can't control a match, but I think they still see that he's gonna be ready by WrestleMania time. By the time the Rumble rolls around, they are definitely going to notice that Reigns is still not going to be ready. Reigns isn't going to be ready for a while. 2 years max. And granted, Reigns is young. I don't know how young, 28, 29 maybe.
He's young and nubile.
But
He's younger than Seth.
He's young, and
They're
he still
basically
has a
the same age.
lot of time. And that is going to lead into a point I'm going to make after the Lesnar and Cena match.
Okay.
But Dave, what are you going to say?
Okay, I have to agree with you. The thing that this match showed me more than anything else is that Reigns isn't ready. And whereas I think Seth is farther along in this part of the thing, and Ambrose definitely.
You think?
But the reason is, remember, he only went through developmental. He didn't go. I don't think he went the indie circuit, did he?
Yeah, Seth and Dean were main eventing
Yeah,
around the world.
Exactly.
About
He
Reigns.
was working in
Yeah.
other places, whereas he wasn't, and it shows with these
Yeah.
guys. And when you compare the 3 guys from the Shield, he may be the most athletic out of the 3. Reigns, and when you come down to it, he's definitely the strong one. But I think he could be one of the most athletic of them. But he doesn't know the ring like those other 2 guys do, and he doesn't know how to pump that crowd in that way. That's why he had to have Randy run it, and why he had to have Kane run it before. The fact that his match with Kane was far better was because Kane knows the business and knows how to keep that crowd going.
It's
Whereas
just because it was shorter.
Orton is Orton.
Orton has a little bit of ego, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the point that I think Rollins is a lot more athletic than Reigns. I would say that Reigns is probably a little bit more athletic than Ambrose, just because Ambrose is more of a brawler than someone who can, do those crazy moves. But I think Rollins is just a little bit more athletic than Reigns.
Rollins is more acrobatic.
But
I would say he's more acrobatic.
But the thing with Reigns and where he's gonna go in the company sees him for his looks rather than what he can do in the ring. And not only can Reigns not carry a match on his own, but he can't talk, and that is what a babyface needs. A top babyface in the company. He is nowhere close to Cena level of charisma, and I don't understand how the company expects a man who cuts very short, monotone promos to carry a company on his own. Well, even Orton never carried the company on by himself.
But they wanted him to, though.
They wanted to, but they never worked. It never worked. That's why Orton succeeded more as a heel than as a face.
I hope
you can get away with that more. You can get away with being the more monotone more as a heel than you definitely can as a face. Face has to talk.
Yeah, a face has to talk, and Reigns doesn't have that. That's why.
You saw that last night. If you saw the IGN, if you see the replay of the IGN 2-hour conference, you see which ones. When you're up there and they're all of them are talking up there. You see Cesaro and I hate to say it, Sheamus. And of course, we're with Cena. Those three guys, you can tell these guys are the guys that need to leave the company. And I know some of you guys don't like Sheamus, but he did a fantastic job. And then there's Roman sitting over there in the corner. I consider myself pretty athletic, blah, blah, in his monotone voice. I'm just like, dude, that isn't going to get you anywhere. You got Hogan and Sting, who are both flamboyant. You got Cena that's flamboyant. You got Sheamus, whatever you think of his ring skills, he's flamboyant. And Cesaro can be flamboyant too, and he was showing it that night.
And you have Austin hosting.
And you have Austin hosting, who's the epitome of flamboyant. And then you got Reigns.
And Austin,
that's not even fair to put Austin next to Roman. That's not fair.
And Austin was even trying to put Reigns over, but like you could see Reigns is just he's not going to be there. And again, my point is going to tie in a lot better after the Lesnar and Cena match, which I'm going to make. Which I think we should just move on because this match wasn't that special. Nothing happened. It was a lot of.
They had some good stuff. They really did. They had some good stuff in that match.
I did like.
They had good stuff when it picked up.
My biggest problem with this match was Reigns didn't get a whole lot of offense in this match.
He did all of his moves. He doesn't have that many.
Yeah, he did the high kick, onto the apron on Orton when Orton was out hanging off the side of the ring. He did the Superman punch, and he did the spear.
Samoan drop.
And the Samoan drop from the top rope. But
second rope.
But that's as much offense he got throughout that match. Everything else
he was also
Orton.
able to avoid the bunt.
Yeah, that's true.
The bunt?
Yes.
Playing baseball.
I'm picking on him. I'm picking on him.
The bunt.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna remember his two moves of doom.
What?
The drop. Roman Reigns' two moves of doom. His drop kick and the Superman punch.
And then the spear.
Samoan drop.
It's always good. Well, everybody does a Samoan job.
Oh, and he also got a headbutt in there. But that's as much offense, and that's what I really hated about this match. Orton, you saw Orton had control over this match, and so what did Orton do? He was gonna make himself look good. I don't think Reigns looked good at all throughout this match.
I think he did that on purpose too. I was talking about that on Twitter tonight. I think Orton did that on purpose. He outshined him on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, they were doing this match at house shows, warming it up, and the constant report is that people were getting pissed off at Randy for pretty much holding down Roman.
Can you blame him?
Yeah.
Randy Orton is light years beyond Roman Reigns right now.
He's light years, but they're not wrong in that Reigns was going to be the winner. Reigns is the one who's going to be moving on. He's going to have to look good no matter what you think about him.
Here's the thing.
But that doesn't help him though. That doesn't help Roman to grow, and that's my problem with him.
Having to control a match will at some point needs to happen for him.
But the problem with it is if he's never allowed to fail, if he's never allowed to look bad, if he's never allowed to make a fool of himself, I'm not sure that he can learn it.
Okay. I mean,
Move on.
Yeah, we're going to have to move on because we're really getting in the thick of the podcast. Main event time. WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Brock
match of the
Lesnar,
night.
John Cena.
Here comes the pain.
I'm gonna let Dave. I'm gonna let you start.
Okay, first thing off the bat, Brie Bella had more offense than John Cena.
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah. They buried Cena. I don't,
They
reasoning is on this.
him.
Impossible.
But 16 German suplexes, 2 F5s.
It took
Lesnar did the Undertaker sit up out of the AA.
Sick kidney shots with the knees. Oh man,
that made my side hurt.
They look stiff.
Awesome.
Don't forget the point that he did an F5 within a minute.
Yeah, F5 within the first minute.
And then the last at Cena kicking out.
And, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, so the reason you just buried the guy that
You
that all
can't-
the
you-
little kiddies loved.
You
Now, I
can't bury
understand.
Cena.
Yeah, that's their theory, but they were trying.
No,
Cena was,
it's
he was
impossible.
he was completely squashed.
he was squashed. He wasn't buried, but he was squashed.
He was squashed harder than Mikey Whipwreck ever was.
And then let me ask you this:
How do you get squashed in a 20-minute match?
Cena got
happened
that
tonight.
That's a squash.
He had 2 moves in him. Both of them were his special and his finisher.
When you're squashed, it means 90% of the offense is one-sided.
His Brock Lesnar laughed off the AA, and then the FCFU was a minor.
I'm sorry. It was.
I enjoyed it though. I loved it. This is great.
Why put this? Why do this?
Was
Can I just say one thing before we go?
It was for the IWC. We loved this. This is awesome.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that if it was been anyone but John Cena, everyone would have been shitting on this match. But because it's John Cena, everyone loved the match because Cena got fucking killed.
Loved it.
my here's the thing. Here's my point about this. One, while Cena got destroyed, he wasn't nearly as destroyed as he was in their first match.
See, I agree with that 100%. That's what I was saying when everybody's saying he got buried and whatnot. This was far tamer than what he got at Extreme Rules.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, Lesnar busted him open the hard way in their first match.
Yep.
And it was his first match back, and he couldn't control himself. This time, he knows what to do now, so that's why he held back.
Like, they even, it's sort of like that Undertaker match. Like, they hyped up that no one can stop Lesnar, and that Cena match was a fluke. But everyone thought it would at least be a match. This wasn't even fair.
I was kind of hoping for more.
It was great, wasn't it?
I was hoping for more than just German suplexes. I was kind of hoping for a match like this, but I was hoping for like a fucking beatdown. I wanted to see more than just the German suplexes.
You wanted blood.
You got a beatdown.
I almost wanted, yeah, I kind of
You
wanted.
wanted blood, didn't you?
I wanted a shoot fight. That's what I wanted. I
No,
wanted.
you don't want a shoot fight because John Cena wouldn't have made it out alive.
If it was a shoot fight, John Cena would have been taken out in a stretcher.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking wanted. I wanted to see Cena get taken out in a fucking stretcher.
I didn't know you hated Cena that much.
No, I don't hate Cena, but that would have been a great story. You know, you beat the.
Lesnar just toyed around with the guy. He didn't even the sweats we were breaking were self-inflicted sweats.
Man,
he just did German suplexes because they were the easiest thing they do.
I don't want Lesnar to toy around with Cena after beating the streak. I want Lesnar to fucking take Cena out in a goddamn stretcher, because that just.
I want him to kill him.
Because
I want to see some blood, damn it.
Because that just makes Lesnar more fucking intimidating. These German suplexes were cool and all, and he hit like 2 or 3 amigos. But man, I just wanted to see it go the extra mile.
What was up with the body shots though, man? It wasn't just the Germans. Those body shots were wicked, dude.
Yeah, they were.
It's like it really seemed like as I was watching that match, Brock Lesnar just gone, fuck it, time to kill Cena.
What you're wanting is basically you're wanting a tiger to keep scratching at its already dead prey.
You wanted blood. That's what it was. Just tell the truth. You wanted blood.
Yeah, I wanted blood. I wanted a little bit of blood.
I wanted an actual wrestling match.
Nah, screw that.
You weren't getting that.
Screw
I
that.
wanted match wrestling.
I didn't want some back and forth bullshit. I got somewhat what I wanted, but I wanted more. There was a lot of like, you know, Lesnar would hit like 3 German suplexes and then he would just walk around and tell the referee to check on Cena, make sure
he wanted the match to end via ref stoppage.
Yep.
He's an MMA fighter. He's used to that.
Yep.
Yes, but
now, my first instinct was to disagree with you and say, well, he didn't need to have blood because it was such a one-sided sort of a situation. But I think if you wanted to rebuild Cena as a sympathetic figure, it probably would have helped with that.
It probably would have helped a little bit because, what else is Cena going to
Because there's a
do
lot
after
of us
this?
that were like, yeah, German him again.
Aside from Cena getting a rematch with Brock, which I would love to see when they fucking do that.
I want to see how they pull it off.
I would want to see how they pull off in the first place, but even if Cena doesn't get a rematch, where does Cena go from here?
Because at
The
the
best
end of
question is, where
at the
does
end of the
anyone-
extreme. Oh, sorry.
The best question is, where does anyone go now? Brock just killed the guy that destroys everyone else. And laughed.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, after this rematch, if they have it, who does Lesnar face after this?
He beat the boss. He beat the streak. He beat the top guy.
Why don't we speculate on that?
He destroyed the world's strongest man. He destroyed the world's largest athlete like they were little kids.
What do you do?
What were you gonna say, Dave?
What do you do now?
I don't know.
But can he destroy the legal system?
Dave was making his
No,
comeback.
it's a serious question, guys.
I could answer.
I don't know how they think they're going to pull this off.
I have an answer for you. There is one guy that absolutely could do it. I don't know if he wants to, but there's absolutely a guy that they could do it. It would headline Mania, and it would sell like The Rock. It would sell like crazy.
No.
Here's the
I was
thing.
really excited for 10 seconds, and then you said The Rock, and now I'm just gonna
stop you there.
Dave,
it would sell.
Dave.
It would sell, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
So you want to say what's going to happen next? I do see them maybe at Survivor Series doing Lesnar Batista. Obviously,
That's the person actually that I thought of.
That's Annihilation.
Also, it would probably be kind of a back and forth, but it would be a match that would get Lesnar over probably after missing a pay-per-view or two, and it would draw money, especially at a Survivor Series show.
Did you see what he did to Mark Henry in the Big Show? If Batista got any offense at all, it would make no sense.
Wait, can I just say something?
What?
No.
There was a report that came out today that, despite Lesnar going over, this doesn't mean he's holding the title till Mania.
That would be stupid if he didn't.
Yeah, it would be stupid if he didn't. Because,
but I feel like that's going to change.
Okay, now that we're on this, if Lesnar, because they're definitely going to build up who's going to be the one that beats the one in 21-1.
Oh my god.
While a lot of people are saying Reigns, but like I already said earlier, I think the company's going to realize sooner or later that Reigns is just not going to be ready.
Nope.
Shut up, Wes.
I think
that's why they picked William Regal.
There's only one person who could do it. There's only one person, and while I don't know how to take it, especially after last WrestleMania, if it's a good idea, Daniel Bryan.
No! Are you
Daniel
joking?
will be the guy, by the way.
He's the only one who was
Are you kidding me?
I cannot imagine anybody else.
Dude,
He's going to murder him.
He would eat him alive, dude. After he broke,
He would eat him.
He broke Triple H's arm twice. He broke Shawn Michaels' arm. He destroyed the Big Show. He destroyed Mark Henry. He destroyed the Streak. And he nearly killed John Cena.
Hold on, time out.
Hold on.
Time out.
Loud
He
noises.
nearly killed John Cena.
But here's
you have to think though. Who the fuck else?
Who the
You have to think of someone.
To do The Rock, you would have...
The Rock.
To do The Rock, here's the thing. To do The Rock, you'd have to pay The Rock money to take back the WWE Championship and lose it at Extreme Rules.
And you would also have to have Brock Lesnar tone it down.
Yeah. It would not be a good match. And then Roman Reigns, him not being ready, would just only be the only other option that there's left. I don't think Cesaro would be ready, or WWE would want to have be the one to beat the one. You know?
Okay.
I'm
gonna-
And I'll tell you this, they're going to throw.
I'm willing to put up a sandwich. I'm willing to put up a sandwich. I'm willing to bet.
You gonna make me that sandwich, bitch?
Who wants to bet me? Who wants to bet me a tasty sandwich that it's not gonna be Brock versus The Rock next Mania?
It's not.
I hope it's not because The Rock sucks.
I'll take that bet. I don't
Seriously?
think. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't know how I'm gonna
Awesome.
send. I don't know how I'm gonna send you a fucking sandwich.
And from you, I want a Cuban sandwich, dude. I want like a big Cuban sandwich.
Oh man.
The discount Puerto Rican.
Order him online and send it to his house. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna put the bottom of one because
I have to agree. I have to agree with Greg though. Are they going to set up Daniel Bryan as the giant, basically the giant killer?
I can't see.
I would.
I'll tell you, he's gonna. In between then, at the pay-per-views, he will probably face. I'm going to assume that he's not going to face Cena again. I'm at the next pay-per-view.
Champions.
At Night of Champions, he'll end up going against somebody like Sheamus, which will be a bad match.
Well, Sheamus has the U.S. title.
All right. Well, by then he may not. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But I'm just saying, Batista is coming back tomorrow, is what the rumor says, which would be immediately pushing that would be stupid. But they tried that before, so you never know. And I don't think Cesaro would be up yet for it either because he just buried. I mean, he just had Cesaro lose against RVD, for God's sake. So,
I will bet anybody who's ready.
Everybody.
I will bet anybody who's ready that it's going to be Rock and Brock.
Stop interrupting
Shut up!
people. One at a
You
time.
just interrupted me. Shut it.
One at a time. Go, Dave.
Shut it.
No, I'm done.
Here's the thing. There's only 3 people that are believable. Bryan, I'm gonna say to an extent he's believable because he's the underdog and he can overcome the odds. He wrestled 2 matches. One of them was a 3-way at WrestleMania. That's not amazing. That was over Batista, Orton, and Triple H. So that is a feat upon itself. So to an extent, yeah, I could kind of believe Bryan going over Lesnar.
And to be fair,
especially if Lesnar was like injured before that match. Mike, go.
Stop interrupting, Mike.
He also beat Big Show and Mark Henry in a triple threat.
Yeah, he did.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was mentioned by Mark earlier that Lesnar beat.
Bryan.
But yeah, Daniel Bryan has also been Big Show and Mark Henry before as well.
In a triple threat.
So it can be believable that Bryan can do it. Reigns is the other guy, but that all depends if the company does truly believe that Reigns is ready. And I don't think that by the time WrestleMania rolls around, that they're gonna look at Reigns and they're gonna see him as ready.
I'm gonna ask a question because I'm gonna assume this was gonna happen no matter who was champion. If Bryan was champion, would this have been the same match?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Maybe. I would probably say so.
Brock Lesnar destroys Daniel Bryan and becomes champion. Absolutely.
I would disagree. I would think Daniel Bryan would have got more offense. I think this was purely built around just pleasing the type of person that has probably got the WWE Network.
Exactly.
Which was an interesting point that was brought up, actually, was that Brock winning is to please the people who have most likely got the network, the people that hate Cena.
And for only $9.99.
And to have people want to watch Night of Champions to see Brock continue his domination.
Yeah, but
do you think he'll be there?
Night of Champions?
No.
Yeah, I mean he's booked for the night before Night of Champions, but I don't know if they've confirmed him being booked for Night of Champions. But they're probably holding on the
Wait, he's booked for a Saturday show?
No, he's booked up for the Raw before Night of Champions.
I'm checking.
I could easily see Heyman taking the angle that Brock has proven himself to be too big for WWE, so he won't conform to the rules or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, Heyman said it in a couple interviews, and I love listening to wrestling interviews because they're able to sell the card on their own. Heyman said, how do you bring the spectacle that is, the World Heavyweight Championship if you have it defended every month? But the thing is, WWE has already stated in the past that you need to defend it after every 30 days, or else you'll drop it.
No.
But that rule's been broken.
That does bring up another interesting point, though. Is there a chance that Brock doesn't lose to anybody, that he's stripped? Is there a chance they can do that?
I don't think that's
the only way that happens. The only way that happens is if he says he's going back to MMA.
Yeah, it's risky for that. Okay,
right.
They're not gonna bring a legit angle into storyline television. That's not gonna happen.
I'd love to continue talking about this more. I do want to kind of end the podcast up. I do want to talk about something first. I'd like to extend the congratulations to our friends over at New Legacy Inc. They did a marathon, a 24-hour marathon for the Fighting Back organization to help fight cancer. We're gonna kick cancer in the ass, essentially. And they raised, in total, I don't know if the numbers come out yet. They did a wrestling show in Canada that raised about $2,500, and New Legacy alone raised around $12,000, about $12,500, maybe around there.
You're adding the wrestling show into that. It was
No, because oh
no, that's right, because they've got the extra thing in.
They had the extra thing. During this 24-hour marathon.
Who's molesting their microphone?
Don't worry about it. During the 24.
Stop interrupting.
During the 24-hour marathon, we saw a lot of things. We saw the return of an L viewer. We saw the return of Christopher Not Whiskey. But the biggest surprise, Vince Russo joined New Legacy. What a surprise! Vince Russo booked a wrestling show with New Legacy. It was
the greatest thing I have ever seen.
He booked El Torito versus Bad Luck Fale in a chicken neck on a pole match with Bray Wyatt as a special guest referee. Which was
my favourite thing from that entire thing was Bray Wyatt in the ring, right? Let's go out. Bray Wyatt is still in the ring.
It was phenomenal. I am actually going to put the link to their to the donation thing. I'm not sure if it's still going to be going on, and I'm also going to put the videos. They are uploading them right now. I'm going to
also put a link to Vince Russo's podcasts.
Yes. The thing is, that deal does end tonight. I think it's already ended.
It did already end, but he deserves getting a look at that.
Yeah, he definitely deserves Pyro and, man, I cannot even fucking say it.
Pyro and Hullabaloo.
Yeah, pyroandhullabaloo.com. That's his website. He deserves. The man's phenomenal. Does that make up for him killing WCW? I don't know. Does make up for David Arquette, though.
I don't know.
Helping
with cancer may outdo killing.
One other thing, real quick, that happened during the show is that the service that they were using 2 hours into the show hit him with a DCMA and took him out.
Yeah, fuck
That was Twitch. And they went over to another service called Hitbox.tv. They bent over backwards to get these guys up and going and get it all pushed out and everything like that. So they deserve a kudo in this as well for saving what happened. Then 2 hours later, like I said, Vince Russo comes on for 2 hours. He came back on the last hour of the cast on Saturday to help him out again.
And he helped them push that goal over $10,000, which is phenomenal. So,
can I just say something?
Yes, John.
Twitch is now rebanned New Legacy Inc. again.
Have they?
What?
Yeah.
What?
They got unbanned and then they got banned again.
Wow.
Does Twitch not know of New Legacy? What the fuck?
Well,
They don't care.
a lot of these problems happened after the copyright stuff, so it has probably have to do with something about the copyright infringement, and I was kind of expecting this with a lot of the channels that they were gonna hit with some copyright stuff, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a difficult time for people on Twitch in the coming months. But I just want to say hats off to New Legacy for reaching their goal and helping a good cause. Hats off to Vince Russo for being one hell of a sport. They got a ton of retweets, including from Triple H, from there were so many people.
Just people who matter.
Yeah, Zeb Coulter.
Mental Wrestling, Zeb Coulter. They got much of the WWE. They've got a lot of independent people that were doing it. They had one diss, but
yeah, they got one diss from some cunt named Lance Storm.
Lance Storm.
Man, fuck Lance Storm.
We're gonna name and shame him because as someone whose brother had testicle cancer, it's kind of shitty seeing Lance Storm going, all charity organizations are scams.
I will say he's not wrong, except that's on a big stage, and I wasn't using big things, and he didn't even bother checking that, so I'm guessing he's just assuming all of them are, so fuck him.
Yeah. Well, we're about an hour and 40 minutes. How about we do our pop, fluff, and botches really quick? You guys ready?
Well,
we haven't done this in about 2 months. Hey, Joker, you want to do your pop, fluff, and botch first?
Sure.
Alright, go, my friend.
Pop goes to... actually, I got 2 pops. The first one goes to Paige Winnie, because,
Shocker.
She had a nice red attire, you guys see that?
Yeah. The second pop goes to Stephanie McMahon's attire.
Yeah.
The attire she stole from Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Flop?
No?
Take your time. No rush.
No rush.
Joker, use your words.
We got all night.
I didn't really care for the pre-show.
Alright. Bad pre-show according to Joker.
Yeah. I don't know. Botch goes to the stream.
Yeah.
The stream was really fucking up during the John Cena and Brock Lesnar match, so I missed a lot of it. I missed a huge chunk of it.
No, that sucks. It was pretty much copy
You missed
cut.
a bunch of German suplexes.
Yeah, that's all you pretty much missed. You can watch GIFs and you'd still understand what the match was about.
Coming soon to wrestlinggiffer.tumblr.com.
Yeah, buddy.
You're gonna give all the German suplexes?
German 1, German 2, German 3.
I literally gift all the uppercuts.
3 Amigos 1, 3 Amigos 2. Okay, thank you, Joker.
Yeah.
How about we go with Dave?
Alright, the pop has got to go. There's no way around it. The pop is the Rollins-Ambrose match. They did a phenomenal job. The Lumberjacks actually worked for once. It was the best match of the night easily. The flop was obviously the fact that they think that Brie Bella can actually wrestle.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Salty!
And the botch was to the production crews behind the scenes, especially even the WWE Network was having issues. And I'll add a second one. I'm getting sick already of the $9.99 shit.
Took you that long?
It was cute when Triple H did it, and then the commentary were ranting.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll add a JBL's announcing into that too, by the way.
All right. Who's that? Jonesy.
Let's see. My pop goes to Ziggler winning the Intercontinental title. My other pop goes to AJ for going home and being a family woman. My flop.
Yep.
my, my flop goes to. What was it? What was the worst match? Nikki Bella's shitty heel turn. Because why? And my botch goes to. There really was no big botch tonight, was there? Other than.
Take your time.
Use your words.
Okay.
I didn't say good reason. I said use your words.
I have using words.
Don't go Greg.
Don't go salty? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have a stroke.
I'll give it to Greg just for being so freaking salty tonight.
Dude, it's all that baby weight, man. It's just weighing him down.
Ryan, pop on the watch.
I'm gonna just go outside wrestling because fuck you guys. Blackie's new album, Turn Blue, pretty good. I like it. Yeah, that was nice. Flop goes to apparently Mark's and my hate relationship. I'm sure you two are gonna become nice little lovers together at some point.
What?
And
Jesus Christ, I didn't know this was fucking Dateline.
Dude, shut that Dateline.
what else is going, Cannon? We're gonna see
Dateline, what?
Dateline NBC? Have a seat right over there.
Have a seat. Oh, damn it. And Botch,
Stadium of seats.
and Botch goes to Hideo Kojima for being an asshole on that PT demo thing, where he made the final puzzle, quote, so that he was disappointed that people didn't take a week on it. Why the fuck you... He has a boner for this. I'm just gonna say that. He has been in interviews, like, disappointed that he can't get week-long puzzles into things. What a douche.
Alright, Mike.
My pop goes to Ambrose Rollins. My flop goes to Rey Mysterio, apparently appearing at the Triple Mania pay-per-view via video, wearing a sombrero, saying he'll see them soon.
Did he?
Yeah. According to the report I read,
I need a gif of that, John.
he wasn't
Triple Mania.
He wasn't there. He was in a video.
I know.
Apparently,
I need a gif of the video.
Ole! Oh, and Del Rio did appear on the show.
Yeah, I heard about
Said
that.
WWE was racist.
Yeah, said WWE was racist. Yeah, double flop goes to WWE for being racist against Mexicans. And my botch goes to Greg for getting so whiny because CM Punk knocked up his wife. CM Punk knocked up his waifu. His waifu.
I just thought of another flop. Why the hell were there 4 German announcers? Did they need 4?
Yes.
Yeah, to compete with Greg's saltiness.
I can say... I'm gonna say from, like, an interview I heard Cesaro do is that the Germans can't talk about the violence, so they have to talk about the stories surrounding the matches. So I think they just had to get people to somehow counterbalance all that shit.
Well, I don't know why you're questioning it, because there was 4 of them there, and each of them counted 4 German suplexes in the Dusner match.
Ooh.
Yeah, what
There
would
were
they...
more Germans in the ring than there were ringside.
What would they say about the German suplexes?
It's the
Those are our
Jewish suplex.
suplexes.
They're Austrian.
I have no fucking idea.
Anyways, John.
Alright, I'm going to go through quickly because I'm doubling up on everything. Pop number 1 goes to Dolph Ziggler winning the IC title. Pop number 2 goes to Vince Russo. Flop number 1 goes to the IWC for telling that one John Cena kid to go kill himself.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
you know there was that one. You know there was that one kid chanting for John Cena. Like
Fuck that
John Cena
kid.
was obviously his hero. IWC, from what I can tell from most of Twitter and every wrestling site going on recently, wants that kid to die.
Not gonna lie, I wanted to punch that kid in the face.
Granted, he was probably a Mega-Wish kid. He was gonna die anyways.
Wow.
Oh, Dana.
Is that a little too far?
that.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
Greg is basically the Dead Sea. He's so salty right now.
So we've
Okay,
got
so
Kid
so so
Drink,
he
now Kid Death.
he's a little kid. What's you guys' excuses?
He's
What?
annoying, and I wanted to punch him.
No, I had no problem with the little kid. I'm not a cunty asshole like most of the
You
ICW.
just said he's gonna die anyway.
Well, it's just a guess. Half of John Cena's fans are Make-A-Wish kids. It's probably the reason why the Let's Go Cena chant has been disappearing as well. They've all. I'm not Okay, continue. I don't wanna...
Oh, they're all dead.
This is too
Please,
easy.
God forgive me.
Flop number 2 goes to yet another part-timer winning the WWE title. Botch number 1 goes to Greg for being so salty. And botch number 2 goes for Greg for redefining the definition of salty.
My waifu.
Alright, Wesley.
I wonder what his top's gonna be.
My first pop is going to be the utter destruction of John Cena tonight. It was glorious. I tasted the tears of all these children, and it was delicious. What?
It's pop number 2 for Return of
Hold on. Pop number 2 is the return of Team A+.
Yeah!
Because we are the
You guys just
best.
fuck already.
So how many more gimmicks are you gonna steal from Rooster Teeth?
No, dude, what Team A+.
Team A+, Jesus Christ, Greg.
You know
God,
the funny
these
thing
teams
is,
are right.
People have had teams.
You know, I've
what
actually been.
Christ?
Oh, I'm gonna
It's
say
like
it
Team
fast.
Angel. Like Team
Um,
Angel.
you know what the funny thing is? Watch John not be here next week.
Yeah.
I'm here next week. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Pop number 3
Guys,
is
I got to go to sleep. I got to make a lake.
Oh my god.
Why do you sound Asian?
What was that?
Can I go now?
I
Go.
gotta remind you. I've been drinking a beer
Oh
filled
my
with
God.
tequila.
So salty.
Hey, Mark,
Is your
go
beer
to
salty
Robert,
too?
Let's go.
Are you gonna eat the worm?
Pop number 3 goes to Guardians of the Galaxy. It was amazing.
Oh my god.
It's so perfect.
Or
And
Oh,
it is
yeah.
this generation Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Dude, he was so good in that movie. I don't care what anybody says. My flop.
Why do you not care?
Fanboy,
Shut up, Jonesy.
fanboy.
Sorry. Pop flop. My flop goes to the Rusev Swagger match because Rusev, he's also my botch. My botch goes to Rusev because he completely whiffed that kick. It did not look good at all. And that is why he is terrible. And also, his Andy Collins. Next.
Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rensis on Twitter, and
Don't
now
follow
it is
him.
time
Block
for
him.
my
Block him.
pop, flop, and botch.
make sure you follow at Arc of Wrestling.
Arc of Wrestling is very, very good as well. Not quite as good as me, but very good as well. Now,
Why haven't we fired him yet?
the pop obviously goes to every single decimating blow that John Cena absorbed tonight. Glorious. My flop goes to Mike for failing to listen, and my botch goes to Mike for believing that he had listened.
Oh, I may be old, but I don't have selective hearing, good sir.
Mike, you're in like 2 feuds in this podcast now.
What?
You're in like 2 feuds now in this podcast.
Oh, well,
Alright,
I guess.
my pop, flop, and botch. Oh, actually, it's a pop, flop, and fuck you. So,
Oh, I wonder who the fuck you with.
Okay.
let's get on with
I
this.
didn't know Greg was still so salty.
I'm gonna
My,
really do homework while Greg does a fuck you.
my pop was for a really good Divas match between AJ and Paige. A really good match between
AJ's last ever match.
Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. NXT was really good this week. I recommend you guys watching it. What else?
How long is your one pop here.
It's. I think that's it. My flop goes to me putting too much tequila in this beer.
Cause you're stupid.
And my fuck yous go to the week is CM Punk and Jim Ross.
The salt, it's real.
Internet, please don't hate us. Internet.
On that note, thank you guys for joining the Arc of Wrestling podcast this week. I am your host, Greg. Remember to go check out youtube.com/Arc of Wrestling, where we will be uploading this podcast. So if you're listening to this right now, you fucking know where we are. Also remember to go check out Senshudo.tv, that is SENSHUDO.tv, the home of the Arc of Wrestling and New Legacy. Remember to go check out New Legacy stuff as well. They did a great job this week. Remember to go check out John's Twitter, wrestling-giffer.tumblr.com.
Unfortunately, that is not my Twitter.
Hey,
That is not.
Nebraska-dave.com.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Go to Dave's Twitter or website. I'm
What's Dave's again?
Nebraska-dave.com.
Nebraska.dave.com.
Go check out Reds's Twitter.
I already did it.
You already know
He
what it is.
plugged it
Put all-
5 fucking
like
times.
Twitters?
Yeah, I'm just click in the description below.
Oh my
That's all our
God.
stuff. You
And
know
make
where to
sure
follow
you
us.
check out Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Remember to not check out Guardians of the Galaxy.
Rudy's so butthurt because
so
it doesn't have
salty.
Matthew McConaughey in it.
On that
Oh, I don't
note,
have my boy AJ in it. So
Oh
salty.
man, I wonder if anybody got pregnant during that movie.
There were no babies made in the making of this movie.
Dude, 20,000 of them. Bet one of them was AJ's.
Technically there was one.
we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you.
No,
Bye-bye.
stop it.
Thank you for coming to the Arc Wrestling Podcast. You all fucking suck.